Gmail signatures, accessibility in practice, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. All right, today we're going to talk about accessible email signatures in Gmail. On my screen, I have pulled up a new message with an inaccessible email signature on it. I can tell it's inaccessible because the font is very small. I have a serif font, Comic Sans, in my email signature. And I also have a logo that isn't appearing correctly in my signature. So I'm going to go ahead and fix this, and I'll show you how. First, I'm going to select my entire signature. I'm going to copy it, and I have a Google Doc pulled up already, and I'm going to paste this entire signature into this Google Doc. Now I can already tell that this is all much too small by selecting the text, and I already can see that it's only size 8. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so it's easy for you all to see my screen in the Google Doc. I also see that all of my text pasted in as underlined, so I'm going to go ahead and ununderline all my text, since my only text I want underlined is my links. So I'll go ahead and re-underline just my links. All right, so all my links are underlined. Wonderful. Now I'm going to go ahead and select my text as well, and I'm going to increase the font size to 12 because I know 12 is an accessible font size. So now I know all of my text is the appropriate size. Next, I'm going to check the font. I can see that at first my font is Trebuchet, but as I go down, it is indeed Comic Sans, which is not a sans serif font. So I'm actually going to select my entire email signature and change my font to Trebuchet. That is the branded font for my organization, so I'm going to use that font. Now that the font is taken care of, I'm actually going to look at the font color. I know that this dark gray or black is going to pass the 4.5:1 contrast ratio. I also know that because I'm using my dark red branded red color for Colorado Department of Labor and Employment, I know this also passes the color contrast check. And I am not using Google's automatic red color, which does not. I'm using my custom red color, which is close to the dark red. So I know that that is going to pass the contrast. I also already checked that my blue for all my hyperlinks also passes that contrast ratio. So I already know that that is sufficient. Next, I'm going to go ahead and fix my image that's not showing up properly. I'm going to go ahead and select Replace Image and upload the correct logo from my computer. And because I just uploaded a new image, I do need to add alt text to it. So I'm going to go to my image options and then go to alt text, and I'm going to add Colorado Department of Labor and Employment logo for my alt text. And then I'm going to make sure that there's no other changes I need to make to my signature. Looks like all my text is showing up correctly. My links are informative. They're descriptive and they make sense. So now I'm ready to go ahead and copy this email signature and put it into my Google signature. So I'm copied my signature, and I'm going to go back to my email, my Gmail. I'm going to go ahead and minimize my new message, and I'm going to go to my signature settings and go to See All Settings. Under the General tab, I'm going to scroll down until I find Signature. If I were creating a new signature, I would select the Create New button, and I would enter in my signature name, such as Britt or Britt Otter, and then I would select Create. However, since I know I already have one, I'm just going to edit my current signature. So I will select Cancel for now. Now in my current signature, which is called Britt Otter, I'm going to select all of my current signature and delete it. And I'm going to paste that copied signature that I had copied from that Google document. Now I'm going to just review the signature and make sure it all copied in, which it has. Well done. And before I save, I'm going to look at my signature defaults underneath my signature. For new emails, I'm going to make sure I've selected my email signature name so that in new emails, that signature now will show up. And then on reply or forward, I've decided not to use a signature. And instead, I'm going to decide myself when to insert that signature in emails that I forward or reply. That's because I don't want to make it unnecessarily complicated and have people have to read my long, complicated signature every single time I reply to an email, especially on those long email chains. And then I've checked the box, insert signature before quoted text and replies, and remove the dash line that precedes it. This is so that when I do insert my signature using the insert signature button on my email, it inserts it directly after the text that I put in the reply. All right, I'm going to scroll down to the bottom of this menu and then select the button that says Save Changes. So now my new email signature will show up. So now if I compose a new message, there's my new email signature that's accessible. It has accessible font that is sans serif, accessible font size with this accessible color contrast. All my links are descriptive and underlined, and my logo has accessible alt text. And there you have it. Find more videos on our YouTube channel at CDLE_DLSS.